Hello, happy Friday. Welcome back to another episode of the Legalpreneur podcast. I'm really excited about today's episode because I'm going to talk about quote unquote having it all and what that really looks like for me, because I do get a lot of questions about how do you do it all? Like, you do so much. How do you do this? Like, how do you manage all of this? And you're a single mom. So I'm going to cover all of that, like give you the actual reality of it, because I I don't do it all. It's not just me, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek. But of course, dream bigger. In case you missed it, our flash sale for Dream Bigger is now over. That crazy good deal that you'll never see again, it's gone. However, tickets are actually now 50% off. General, VIP, whatever you want, 50% off. Get them now because this event is going to sell out. I don't know when, however, it will sell out. We are so excited for this. We have Allie Webb, Danielle Canty, Pollyanna Reed, we have Chris Harder, Lori Harder, so many more big names that are going to be announced soon, so stay tuned. But for now, go get your ticket, 50% off, and get those rooms booked as well. I cannot wait to see you in Phoenix, October 5th to the 7th. Okay, so having it all. What does having it all mean? So first of all, I don't think I have it all. Well, what I thought was quote unquote having it all in my head growing up was being married forever and having the kids and the beautiful life and the nice house and da 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 da. Like all the beautiful things that look beautiful from the outside looking in. Well, let me tell you guys, I had that. And I don't think I was ever truly happy there for many reasons. As most of you know, in September 2020, I left my ex-husband, and I can't tell you how many people were dumbfounded. They were flabbergasted. They couldn't believe that I left this perfect, quote unquote, perfect situation. And it was far from perfect. And one thing that I've learned being a business attorney is many business owners that you think have it all, look so beautiful from the outside looking in, their life is everything, blah, 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 blah. You guys, everybody has their own demons. Everybody has their own stories. And I'm just going to let you in on a little bit of like the back end of my life, because I don't want people to think that I have it all. I just make it all work. And I am not perfect. I talk about my trauma on here, all this stuff that I'm healing. I try to lay it all out there because I don't want people to think that like I did anything special or I had this special upbringing or I had this special life. But like it is what it is because I made it that way. You guys, my parents, like I'm the only person in my family to graduate from high school, let alone go to college, law school. Like nobody in my family, my parents, my brother, they all dropped out of high school. They all have their GED. And eventually my dad actually did go back to get his high school diploma, but they're all dropouts. And when I tell people this, they're like, well, how are you where you are? And I'm like, I believed my parents when they told me I could do anything. Like that is the only thing that first of all, I think I was very lucky to have parents that did tell me that did tell me, hey, you can do anything you want. And I believed them. I believed that I could do anything I wanted. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing anything I want. Whenever I started to slow things down with the law firm in order to go all in with Legalpreneur, I didn't have to. I mean, I was making more than enough money to be comfortable, but I was getting to be content and I was good. And Chris Harder always tells me good is the enemy of great. I'm like, you know what? We're here for one life. And why not? Like, why not see if I can build Legalpreneur, if I can build it up and be this $1 billion company, this dream that I have to be a $1 billion company? Why not? So late last year in 2021, I keep saying this, I felt called to do this, called to do that. So I had a number of things on my heart. And most people may do one or two of those things. But I was just like, we're going to do it all this year. Like, we're going to go do it all. So I'm now officially divorced. I'm a single mom, 2 kids, 2 beautiful kiddos. Love them so much. I may, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do an episode with my kids and interview them. That'll be fun. So single mom, 2 kids. I do not do it alone. There's absolutely no way. However, I will say that having 50-50 with my kids, with their dad, is great. Because when I have my kids, I don't work. Like, I do not work. I don't touch my laptop. Like, I don't answer emails. I am barely on social media. Like, I am, but I'm not, like, creating very much content. Usually it's just, like, silly pictures with them. But when I don't have my kids, I can, like, 100% throw myself into work and fully be dedicated to that. But besides that, if you listen to the past couple of episodes, you'll know that I am now living with my parents. I've been with them for a few weeks now. And before that, they were still a huge help. They would pick up the kids from school because I was living about 45 minutes away from where they're going to school and where my parents live and where their dad lives. Because I was just like, oh, I'm going to go live on this other side of Houston and see what it's like for a year. And so I did that. And now I'm back. So my parents have always helped me out a lot, and they're wonderful. So hands down, like, my parents are a huge, huge help. And now that I'm living with my parents, it's almost like I have that stay at home. Like, if I was married, it was like I had a stay at home spouse that was actually supportive, because my dad, he's retired and he is the backbone. He does the laundry. He helps everything with the kids. And he loves it. Oh my gosh, he loves it. And they love him. They love it. But number one, like, how do I do it all? Like, my parents, especially my dad, like, such a huge help. There's no way I could do what I do without him. So, I'm writing the book. That'll be out in October. Super, super excited about that. Oh my gosh. I just had my book meeting, my book cover meeting. It's getting real, like, really real. And I'm about to spend a weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend, I'm going to go and edit the book, do my own edits. So I'm going to go lock myself into a hotel. But what I've said, like, I'm not the one actually writing the book, you guys. I have a ghostwriter. With everything that we're doing, like, I still have the law firm. We're still, like, operating that. The goal is to build up Legalpreneur to where we don't need the law firm at all anymore. We don't need any income from the law firm, so we can just let that go. But I'm still running the law firm. Then we have Legalpreneur, where we're building that. Like, we're actively building, growing, trying to scale. And it's a startup. Like, it's going from, like, a small business owner to startup life, crazy. And I'm going to do an episode very soon, like, that transition from small business owner to startup CEO. It is a transition, 100%. It is a lot tougher than I thought it would be. But like, I'm getting it done. We're getting it done over here. So doing that, plus writing the book, plus Dream Bigger, getting that event done, and all of it, I'm not doing anything alone. Going from small business owner to startup CEO, I still have my team. I still have employees. I don't do any of it alone. And then for the book, of course, I have a ghostwriter. For the event, I have an event planner. Like, it is not just me. I'm supported in everything that I do. But I will tell you, I know I did mention this a couple weeks ago, that living with my parents, I really feel like the universe wanted me to be in this position of living with my parents again, to be around my dad and my parents, to know what it's like again to be supported like this. Because when I was with my ex-husband, unfortunately, I did not have that support. And this is not a bashing session about him, but we just weren't a good match. And my dad, oh my gosh, living with my dad is so amazing. And I'm so grateful, so lucky to actually have parents that welcome us with open arms, me and the kiddos. And to have a dad that's retired, who loves to take care of us. Oh, I'm so grateful. And I was really sad like the weeks leading up to moving in, I was like, ugh, I'm taking this step back. I have to move in with my parents. But honestly, you guys, this is the absolute best thing that could have ever happened. And once I chose to get excited about it instead of being sad, that's when things slowly started falling into place. So I moved in with my parents because so I moved from that house that was 45 minutes away. And then I have the house that my ex used to live in that's for sale. And we finally got a contract. And this is the 4th contract that we've had on the house. It's the 4th contract. And finally we made it past the inspection period. So, because it needs updates. And I was just going to update it myself and then sell it. But then finally this person came along and they're like, hey, we'll buy it. We'll make the repairs ourselves. And I was like, hey, you can take this contract, but you got to know I'm not making any concessions here. Like, it needs updates. You're going to have to put some money into it. So they're all in. Looks like we're going to make it to closing. So I could move out of my parents' house after that house closes, but I don't know if I want to. You guys, like, I'm so supported and I feel so just seen and really supported is the biggest thing. I feel so supported at my parents' house. How long I'm going to stay at my parents? I might try to stick this out as long as I can. I also have big savings goals now because I told you guys that I was like in a great position, or I was in a good position. Now I'm not. I just don't have any savings, and that all got depleted going through the divorce. So now I'm just like, okay, I have my goal. I'll tell you guys. So my goal is to have $100,000 saved before I buy a house. A lot of that is going to come from the sale of this other house. I'm going to really try to stick to those savings goals because I just have a new, like, entirely new outlook on a lot of things. And yeah, I want to have a good amount of savings. Okay, so I know I'm just like rambling at this point, but I don't have it all. Like, I think, yes, I do have it all because I, like, in my viewpoint, like, it's everything that I want right now. But I don't have this wonderful husband that I get to come home to and da-da-da-da. Like, by the way, I never want to get remarried. I want a life partner, but I don't want to get remarried. But I do get to come home to my dad. That's great. My mom, she's great too. Of course, my kids. But I have 2 beautiful, loving kids, 2 beautiful, loving parents. And I have great friends. Like, I have literally everything that I could want and need. So life is good. In the traditional sense, I may not have it all. I mean, I live at home with my parents. But I think life is great. Really, I just wanted this episode to do this episode to remind you guys, like, having it all is whatever you think having it all is. Like, it doesn't have to be like the white picket fence, get married, have 2 kids, blah, 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 blah. It's whatever you want it to be. And so figure out, like, what makes you happy and go do that. Go make that happen. All right, I'm out. I'll see you guys next time.
Here at Legalpreneur, we're committed to providing a supportive legal community for all business owners. I know how scary the legal stuff can be. If you found this information helpful, I would be so grateful if you could share it with a fellow business owner. And quite frankly, it doesn't cost anything to rate, review, or subscribe to the show. Your support helps me reach more listeners, which allows me to support more business owners in their entrepreneurial journey. Have any questions or comments about the show? Feel free to drop me a line on Instagram. I promise I read all of the messages and comments. And if you want to be a guest on the show or know someone that would make a great guest, simply fill out our application form and a team member will reach out if we think it's a good fit. I'll see you in the next episode.